So I took this trip to Wollaton Park, where Wollaton Park happens to be one of the major attractions in Nottinghamshire, and Nottingham is the city, and the Shire is the main county itself. So you hear Nottinghamshire and you hear Nottingham. So Wollaton Park and Deer Park is one of the major attractions there. Now, I've visited this park a few times over, and I'm sure I've put some videos of it as well in the past. But this is my first time really in summer, because I think I've done it quite a lot in winter. So Wollaton Hall and Deer Park. So I came to see for myself again what it is like during summer, because it's such an amazing, beautiful park. And one of my favorite things about this park is there are real life walking around deers, and these deers are naturally protected to be in this park, so they're just generally roaming around and just being themselves. Now recently somebody just mentioned to me that yes, there is a season when the older ones are slaughtered to give room for the younger ones to grow. So that I don't know for sure, because I didn't research it yet, but someone mentioned to me, and it made a bit of sense, because then how else would you have them all over the place? I mean, if they are not called, as they say in the animal language or animal understanding, there will just be so many deers all over the place. But anyway, the deers is one of my major attractions for coming to this place, and of course the park itself. Look at how expansive it is. So visiting this place summertime was the mission of this trip, and well, it didn't disappoint. Although this particular year we haven't had much rain in the UK during summer yet, and so the grass don't look that green as they would normally do, so they look a bit brownish. But don't worry about the grass, focus on the trees, and you can see how beautifully aligned the trees are. And it's just one of those nature's, I would say, man and nature at its best. Because can you imagine the people behind creating this amazing edifice? You know, man thinking through and saying, I'm going to plant this amount of trees in this area and arrange them in this particular format, and then there'll be this massive look at this building in the middle of this place. The first time I saw this place made me really fall in love with castles, because can you imagine living in such an awesome building? So that's what brings me to this park quite a lot, just to keep admiring this awesome castle, I call it, and then this expansive land. So imagine waking up from this place and walking around in this whole surrounding. This really goes to tell you how much people really did think in the past. I still look at us today and I don't know if we are doing as much as people in the past did do. I've made it one of my businesses to go around looking at amazing castles and amazing buildings, and I still look at them in awe. One of those places I went to was Rufford Abbey, and it's as amazing as this Wollaton Hall. And there's so many more castles and halls dotted all over the UK. You know, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and then of course England. Castles are just one of those major things you will really appreciate the UK for, because the amount of effort, the amount of money, the amount of hard work. Look at that building. These are the things that make this place as amazing as it is. And when you are a traveler in tourism, or you just like going to places, one of the biggest things in tourism is what we call using your eyes, that ability to just gaze. There's one of those amazing books in tourism called The Tourist Gaze. That's like just looking at something. And the tourist gaze here is looking at that building and looking at this expansive, field and trees so beautifully planted. So it's not just going out there and shopping, which I know most people do. They just travel to shop and travel to admire shopping malls and looking at the prices of things and going to the spa and relaxing and enjoying. But seeing things that are so creative and so amazing that it defies your thinking and it makes you imagine what's possible in other places in the world. This is what I love about this industry. Traveling and touring and seeing places and looking at this particular clip is where the deers are, and you can see them. They're just dotted around underneath that tree that I just panned away from. This particular time of the year, they were not anywhere walking around, but normally all this place that I just panned away from is where you see them just walking around. So I think they probably prefer winter to summer. Again, one of the reasons I went. And there was an event coming up this particular weekend that I visited that created all the lights you're seeing and the toilets, the portable toilets I just panned away from. But Wollaton Park is one of those amazing places you really need to go see for yourself and admire this place as much as I've done. So if you like the content we share, please share it to your friends and please like it and interact with us. We're happy to interact with you. So we'll see you in the next video, and God bless you always.